Governor, since we last sat in the studio, you signed a medical marijuana bill into law. Just a few short years ago, I would have thought that's something this socially conservative state would have never seen happen. Did it feel good to put pen to paper on that?
Yeah, first of all, I take issue. I think Pennsylvania is a practical state, and the reason the bill enjoyed very wide bipartisan support was because it was a practical bill. There were a lot of people who were suffering unnecessary pain because their doctors couldn't prescribe this. And I think the irony of the fact that doctors, before legalizing medical marijuana, could prescribe drugs that were opiate-based, based on opium, that they couldn't prescribe drugs based on something weaker, cannabis. And so I think Pennsylvania's pragmatism came out in that the legislators, again, on both sides of the aisle. One of the major sponsors was Senator Mike Fulmer, a very conservative senator from Lebanon and parts of York County, actually.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think that was a reflection of this was a practical measure to actually expand the choices that doctors have in trying to figure out what's best for their patients.
We're in the early stages of a major documentary project here at Radio PA. In fact, this is the first time I'm mentioning it on the air. We're planning to air it sometime this summer, but one of the things we're doing is meeting with some of the families who have been waiting for this legislation to take effect. I was playing phone tag with one of the moms this week, and the reason we were playing phone tag was on Monday, her daughter had what she called a very bad seizure day. And so we had to put off our planning and talking. How soon will parents like this get help as this law is implemented? And more importantly, there's a safe harbor provision in the bill, which states that parents of children who have seizure disorders can get this without fear of prosecution. Can you guarantee that parents who are technically breaking the law until the law is fully implemented won't be prosecuted?
There is no guarantee because local prosecutors have the freedom to prosecute, the discretion to prosecute whenever they see fit. But we have asked prosecutors to not do that and to recognize that there are real medical issues that families in Pennsylvania are facing, and they are doing what they're doing in the understanding that this law has been passed. It is now legal, and it's just a matter of our doing what we have to do to get the system up and running. And between now and the time when it is up and running fully, we're hoping that the prosecutors will exercise real forbearance. There are some protections in the bill, like 30 days, that there is a safe harbor. But even before that, I think the hope is that prosecutors will go easy.
I would think so. I would think it would be a PR nightmare for a prosecutor to try to go after a parent in that situation. Can you give me any general idea of the timetable? When will this be fully implemented?
Well, keep in mind it has to do with like 150 dispensaries. Right. They have to be background checked and trained. We have to make sure that the research is being done at the medical universities. So we're looking at 2018 before the whole thing is up and running. But again, in terms of taking advantage of the legalization in terms of treatment, there's a 30-day safe harbor for, I guess, young folks. And the hope is that local law enforcement officials will take into account the legalization. In the meantime, we're working as quickly as we can, the administration, to get this up and running as fast as we can.